The frescoes and artworks of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel will be showcased at an exhibition in Pasig this July. The Italian painter's works are replicated to show the great detail put into the historic space. Martin Biallas of SEE Global, which is producing this exhibition, joins us now from Los Angeles. Martin, great to have you with us. What can Filipinos expect from this exhibition of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel here in Manila in a couple of months?
Well, good evening to the Philippines. Good morning here in Los Angeles. What can the Filipinos expect? Well, you can expect to basically feel and look at the frescoes of the Sistine Chapel up close, in the original size, from a perspective that no pope or ever other human being, unless you are Michelangelo or working on scaffolding, has ever seen it before. So we're bringing those frescoes down to you to see them up close in the original size.
And of course, the Philippines is a significant stop, being Asia's largest Catholic country. And one of the Sistine Chapel's famous ceiling frescoes, Martin, is God creating Adam from the book of Genesis. Will this exhibit allow you to experience that sense of creation?
Absolutely. Michelangelo, it took him almost 5 years to paint all these 33 frescoes. And it took him another 5 years, 20 years later, to paint the Last Judgment. And as you can see here in the video, you are going to be able to see them that close, and you can actually also take photos right in front of the frescoes. So that is also something that is not allowed at the original Sistine Chapel. So yes, you will be able to experience the details, and also our wonderful app will allow you to learn and hear about any of the secrets and thoughts that Michelangelo had while he was creating those masterpieces.
A lot of historical background behind Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel frescoes. And Martin, this display has life-sized works, never before seen perspectives. How were you able to reproduce the ceiling paintings and these art pieces?
Well, we have an exclusive license from the photographers and the agency that handles these post-restoration images in very high definition, because if you have to recreate them, you need those kind of images in order to get every detail. We also found a very special material to print them on, to give it the look and feel of a fresco. Obviously, a fresco is different than an oil painting, for example. A fresco is painted on wet plaster, and then when it dries, it absorbs the colors and the paint. So this is about as close to the original as you can get in this exhibition.
And Martin, you've seen all of these frescoes in detail, up close, and you've also brought this Sistine Chapel exhibition to many cities around the world. And in your point of view, in your personal view, what is one of the most intriguing panels in the Sistine Chapel?
Well, to me, next to the creation of Adam, of course, is the Last Judgment. You have over 400 characters on a 12 by 12 meters space, and there's also something really unique, because Michelangelo was, if you will, the first Alfred Hitchcock. Transformed the first Alfred Hitchcock idea of basically doing a self-portrait on his fresco. He is on there as a sliding, melting character between heaven and hell, and so that's very unique. But all those 400 characters, you can spend an hour just look at that. So that is always extremely amazing to me to look at that.
All right.
Close.
I mean, when you're inside the venue, viewing these frescoes and artworks, will there be a time schedule that you'll have to see all of these works within a certain number of minutes, or are people free to roam and experience these works?
They're absolutely free to roam and take all the time they need. Typically, if you listen to all of the tracks of the audio and app guide, it takes you about 90 minutes. But you know, a lot of people they sit down, they reflect. We have beautiful music in the background.
Yes.
You know, I selected. I always call it my sacred choir top 40s. So it's really a period where you can just step, you know, inside from the stress of everyday life and just kind of take a break and reflect and meditate.
So you just don't have a track, an app guide, and curated music, but you've also created it with a sense for people to feel like they're just right inside the Sistine Chapel. Martin.
Absolutely. You just imagine you're walking 3 meters underneath the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. That's how close you can get. And it's really a very unique experience. And as you said, we've been everywhere in the world. The biggest and best venues, World Trade Center in New York, or the Vienna Cathedral, or the World Financial Center in Shanghai, you name it. And now it's time that we come to finally come to the Philippines.
And of course, Filipinos love selfies and Wi-Fi's, group fees, right? Will there be opportunities to take photographs at this exhibition of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel?
Absolutely. So you take as many as you want. We also have some really nice photo ops with some great angel wings that you can stand in front and take your pictures and post them. We want you to post them. We want to get the word out that we will be in the Philippines starting July 1, and for everyone to go and see it.
And it will be at the Estancia Mall, here in Pasig City. And after that 90-minute tour of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel exhibition, what would you like your Filipino audience to take home with them, Martin?
Well, first of all, Rome comes to the Philippines. You don't have to travel all the way to Europe. And you see it from a perspective that really no pope has ever seen it. So I think it is a really unique cultural, philosophical, religious, art historic experience, because you just don't get it anywhere else, obviously next to the original. So we always have it that people tell us that when they've been at the original Sistine Chapel and they see this exhibit, it rounds up their experience. If people are planning to go to Europe, it's a great way to prepare for it and see it from that perspective. And if you can never go, well, here's the next best thing to seeing the original.
Looking forward to Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel exhibition here in Manila. Thank you so much for joining us in the Final Word. SEE Global CEO, the producer of this exhibition, Martin Biallas, joining us from Los Angeles.